Kiryu-san. Kiryu-san.
Oh. We're back in Japan already?
Yep, you were out like a light. Almost thought I'd let you keep snoozing.
Thanks for the wake-up call.
Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, just got an update from Ichiban. He said they nearly cornered the Sage of Palikana, but he ended up slipping away. And on top of that, Akane and Lonnie are still missing. Anything changes, he'll let us know right away.
Sounds good.
But as far as Hawaii goes, we're leaving that for him and the gang. Right now, you're seeing a doctor. Otherwise, you and I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I know.
Nanba-san?
Doctor, how's our guy holding up?
I'm sorry to say, but he's only getting worse. He seems to be aware of that himself. Honestly, I'm surprised he made it here on foot and not in an ambulance. The cancer's taken quite a toll on his body. He must have a will of iron to have pushed himself this far.
Is there really no hope for him left?
To improve his chances, I recommend giving him round-the-clock care as soon as possible. Or at the very least, some bed rest. Recuperating at home is another option.
Yeah, right. But knowing him...
Yes, he made it very clear he wasn't interested in any of that. And it is up to the patient to decide. All I can do as a physician is offer advice. Now, I imagine you've already done this, but if you could encourage him to start taking care of himself. Coming from a friend, his mind might change down the road.
Yeah, that's what you'd think.
This might not be my place to say, but he acts as though he's given up on recovery. It's almost like he's rushing to his death. I'm afraid there's no other way to put it. I'm sure it's frustrating watching him do that to himself. He's got a strong mind, a stout heart, and what was once impeccable physique. But he's also as stubborn as a mule.
Yeah, tell me about it. Here, make yourself at home. Ichiban won't mind. Ugh, sorry it's such a pigsty. I'll find you a better place to hole up eventually.
No, I'd honestly rather stay put. Less eyes on me here than some hotel. After all, I'm not even supposed to exist out there.
Right, there's that. Hanawa-san actually told me a couple things. Like how I should call you Taichi Suzuki in public.
That's my name whenever shit hits the fan. Sorry if it's throwing you off.
No, I wouldn't say that. There is one thing though.
What?
The doc was telling me earlier how you're not open to any treatment. Are you sure that's what you want? With all the recent advances in medicine, I'm sure you don't have much to lose by trying something. I can even ask around about options, things that are proven to help with cancer.
Drop it. I've already heard enough. The Daidoji faction researched my condition to hell and back and found nothing. And besides, it's not like I haven't tried anything. I was thinking I could hold myself together, at least until Akane and the girl were safe. But right in the thick of it, my body gave up on me. Guess I was a fool to hope.
Curious-san. Mind if I come in?
Go ahead.
You know, I was hoping you would rest, not work yourself to the bone. I'm serious here. Why else would you come all the way back to Japan?
I just thought it wouldn't kill me to lend some support from the sidelines. Now, I've been looking into Palikana. Sure you can guess how that's going.
The internet's a dumpster fire, ain't it? But hey, I'm sure Achan will figure something out. Look, I'm all for supporting the team, Kiryu-san, but sometimes that means knowing when to take the bench.
Don't waste your breath, Namba. It's impossible to talk him out of anything.
Nanba, is this your doing?
Yeah, I happen to bring some company. Oh, but don't worry. She's a face you can trust.
The moment you turn your back on him, that laptop's gonna be wide open. Even if all he does is type in circles.
You brought Komi Jewel's leader?
Yeah, why not? Sunhee's an old friend. And apparently the Queen of Ijincho. She runs the Liumang now, too.
In other words, we're all outcasts here. And don't flatter yourself. You're not the only one I know who's dead on paper. So relax. I'm sure the Daidoji people won't give you too much grief about me.
Why are you here?
Just thought I'd save a dying man the trouble of paying me a visit. Besides, in our world, you're pretty much the top of the food chain. And in that sense, the privilege is all mine. Surely that's reason enough.
Hey, it's not like I ratted you out to her. She just caught wind of you first. Like a spider to the fly.
I remember. Nothing happens in this town without the Komi Jewel knowing it first, huh?
Mind if I take a seat? I brought some of the best Korean medicine money can buy.
Okay, but as a former nurse, I can't exactly sign off on that for him.
Well, it's not every day a dragon comes to town. And what better way to pay my respects? That doesn't surprise me. Kasuga's gonna be Kasuga no matter where he goes. I wonder how he draws so many people to his side. Is it that heroic charm of his?
Heroic charm? You may be onto something.
Yeah. He does have this certain effect on you. But the more you're around him, the more you can't help but help him. Silly as it sounds, he might just be a real hero.
Just don't tell him you said that. He'll be over the moon for weeks.
What? I have something on my face?
Kiryu-san, let me ask you. What's your all-time favorite food?
Why food all of a sudden?
I'll put it another way. If you were about to die, what would you want to eat right before? Let's call it your last supper.
Sunhee, what is with you right now? Is that really the way to ask?
It doesn't bother me. But now that you mention it, what would be a good last meal?
You see there? Nobody takes that long just to think up their favorite food.
What's your point?
I'm saying your complete lack of an answer only shows how little time you've spent on yourself. You've always lived your life for someone else. You even spent a decade in prison so your sworn brother wouldn't have to.
Really? He did that?
The crime he took the fall for was patricide. After you got out, you ended up losing Yumi Sawamura, so you took her daughter Haruka under your wing. And now, here you are faking your own death, all to protect your loved ones. But with the real thing on the horizon, why not use these precious last days for yourself?
You do have a point there, Sunhee. And I agree. The thing is, I can't help but wonder.
Yeah. Why do you care so much about me anyway?
There are a lot like you in the Komi Jewel. See, we once served the Jingon Mafia, who had absolute authority over our lives. But even with them long gone, their oppression still lingers in many of our hearts. I've seen too many of us waste away in fear and regret until there's nothing left. It kills me every time.
Well, I don't remember asking for your guidance.
True, but while you're in my town, you're on my turf. And if I let the Dragon of Dojima die full of regrets, I'd never stop kicking myself in the ass.
You've really got away with words. Do I look like I'm that close to death's door?
Come on. I wouldn't say that. But from here on out, it really wouldn't hurt to focus on some self-care. At least, I think that's what Sunhee's getting at.
Yeah, more or less.
Focus on self-care, huh? Easier said than done. What would you guys do in my shoes?
Huh? What would I do?
Yeah, let's hear it. Don't tell me you can't come up with something on the spot.
I can. Now, let's see. Actually, I'd probably go unwind at the batting center. Hitting the ball's a bit like therapy, especially after Jungi gives me sass.
I don't know. I'd rather not put Kiryu-san through anything strenuous. Right now, the man needs rest more than anything.
Oh, for crying out loud. I'm not gonna collapse from batting.
Good. Then let's go score a few home runs.
Now?
Come on, it's now or never. Besides, the night is young and there's plenty to do. Kicking things off with baseball sounds like the start of a good send-off to me.
You're really serious?
Hey, count me in. I think Sunny's got the right idea. A night on the town will be good for you. Not like you were gonna lie down anyway, right?
All right, you got me. But there's still some drink left, you know.
Don't tell me the legendary dragon's concerned over a few drops of alcohol. Okay, from now on, if you're ever thirsty, I'll be the one to pour. When you've been in the business as long as I have, it's nice to finally share a glass on equal terms. And be honest here, would you rather get tipsy with me or Nanba?
Well, when you put it that way.
Oh, now you're just fighting dirty.
No matter what you boys say, I'm coming with. My town, my rules, and don't forget it.
Graceful.
Evening, folks! Can we ask you guys something?
Huh?
Oh, we just happened to lose our wallets. So, mind handing over yours?
Hey, Miss Queen of Ijincho. Your subjects don't have any manners.
Not my job to teach the village idiots. And in true idiot fashion, they're embarrassing me in front of my guest. Worst possible timing, too.
You don't have to feel embarrassed. They're also a plague where I'm from.
Yo, we don't have a fucking day! You gonna give us your money or what? Screw it! Let's just skip to the violence! Good thinking.
Kiryu-san, we'll handle it from here.
Excuse me?
I already know what you're gonna say. Don't waste your energy on these knuckleheads. You're gonna need that energy for later. We're having the most damn fun you've ever had!
Right, and didn't I just say, you're in my town, which makes you my honored guest. And it's a host's responsibility to clean things up.
You guys.
On that note, it's time to take out the trash. Get ready for some middle-aged whoop-ass.
Yeah.
Bring it on!
What? What are they?
Kiryu-san, what's wrong? Feeling woozy all of a sudden?
No, it's not that. I just don't know what I'm seeing.
Huh?
Wait a minute. This must be what Kasuga was saying. About how his enemies would turn into monsters.
Hold up. So now it's not just Ichiban hallucinating?
You boys can talk nonsense some other time. We're in a fight here.
Listen, I appreciate your concern, both of you. But letting others fight my battles has never been my thing. So I can't just sit back on the sidelines. Besides, I could use a warm-up for the cages.
Fine. Just try not to overdo it, okay?
It's my turn.
What's the holdup?
Get serious.
Follow my lead. Think you can handle this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I won't hold back. Follow my
These guys are a bit more resilient than I was expecting.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
I won't hold back. My mark next time. Pretty bold.
Did you really think you'd win?
Doing better than I thought.
You doing all right, Kiryu-san?
Yeah, thanks. Glad you guys were with me.
No, no. If anything, it's the other way around.
I mean it, though. Really. If it wasn't for you two, I never would have seen through Kasuga's eyes.
Oh?
When he first told me about it, I didn't believe him. But having allies at your side changes how you view the world. It really does make you feel like a hero.
Kiryu-san? What the heck? So the battle visions are limited to you and Ichiban? Guess that's something special then, huh?
What, you'd rather be hallucinating monsters too?
Maybe not so much. Well, in any case, I believe we were on a mission.
Right.
Yes, off to the batting cages.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Smells like curry. That scent's irresistible.
You said it. I'll eat curry even if I'm not hungry. I actually really like preparing it too. If you make a bunch and let it sit for a week, it enhances the taste.
Wait, hold on. A week? Wouldn't it go rancid?
You'll either end up with a rich, deep flavor, or food poisoning. The ultimate gamble, a forbidden cuisine.
Some stakes are too high to gamble with. Things are going well.
Yikes.
Oh, more DVDs.
Is there a movie that you want to see?
Not really. Jungi rented a pile of them the other day. Apparently, he finally found a copy of this drama that he's wanted to watch. Actually, did he ever return those? I swear I saw them in front of his monitor earlier. He's very talented, but he can be a little scatterbrained.
You're surprisingly protective of him. I doubt he's actually that helpless.
Well, I do tend to coddle him a bit.
That's just another aspect of how you two support each other. But double-checking that return date is probably not a bad idea.
Ugh, what a pain.
All right. mountain of trash. In the middle of the city.
Hey, Kiryu-san, watch yourself.
What's wrong?
You never know what kind of wildlife's hiding in there. I once got attacked by a raccoon at that heap. Those things are vicious. I barely defended my spot. What's that look for? I figured you'd think I was courageous.
You couldn't just let the raccoon have the trash mountain? Things are going well.
Okay.
Ah.
What?
So, on the morning news, they had this segment on divination. According to that, my lucky color is pink today.
Huh. Wouldn't have guessed you were into that sort of thing.
I mean, I don't go out of my way to follow that stuff. But once it grabs my attention, I get a little curious.
I can relate to that.
Although, I don't have anything pink on today. Not even a single accessory. Guess that means I'm all out of luck.
If you look in the mirror, I think you'll realize just how lucky you are. What about the color of your hair?
Oh, right.
All right.
I used to come by here to fish a lot. Custom was to share your catch or trade with the other homeless.
Was this a good spot? I like fishing too. I even used to take a boat out for spear fishing.
Whoa, that's hard. I bet you were good at it.
Although I did get into it with a giant octopus once. That was a difficult fight. We both had a lot of pride at stake.
Kiryu-san, do you have one story that ends normally?
Things are going well. Fancy a game of shogi when we're free?
Maybe. I like shogi. It sharpens the mind. After playing it for a while, I feel my thoughts become clearer.
I didn't know it had that sort of effect on you.
Sure. It gives me time to have a conversation with myself. Did I turn off the gas when I left? Crap, what about the energy bill? I get through my whole itinerary.
Sounds useful for sorting out errands. Although I get the feeling you lose most of your games. All right.
You know you can enjoy any meal like it's expensive yakiniku? Just eat near a yakiniku place so you can smell the scent of it. A homeless senpai taught me that little life hack.
That sure is a way to hack at life.
It's amazing how it tricks your brain. Also works with curry shops, or places that serve grilled eel.
Don't those places mind you standing outside eating?
Nah, just find a park near enough to smell it and not bother anyone.
Seems like you've got everything hacked right up. Things are going well.
I need to buy more toothpaste. This is too expensive, though.
So you're not buying any?
Well, the kind I like goes on sale sometimes. I'll wait. I can always go a few more days by really cranking the tube.
That tube's in for some hell. I feel bad for it. All right.
The smell of yakisoba always brings to mind summer festivals.
It's been quite a while since I've been to a festival. Did you ever play at the booths?
Well, it's not like I went all that often. I was pretty good at catching goldfish, though. I would spot a fish that had its guard down and track its movements for a while before scooping it up with a flick of my wrist. I can catch tons of them. However many you want, easy peasy.
Those goldfish don't stand a chance against the valiant leader of the Komi Jewel, huh? If I ever need to take on some fish, I'll be counting on you, Sunhee. All right.
Oh, I need a massage. Lower back's killing me. A deep, unforgiving shiatsu. It works best when it hurts.
Unforgiving, huh? I could give you a massage. Never done it before, but I know how to apply pressure.
I get the feeling that's a massage I might not recover from.
All right. Well, offer's out there. Things are going well. You were a nurse once, right, Namba? Getting certified must have been difficult.
Oh yeah. Clinical training, cramming for exams, it works. I go to bookstores like this and walk out with piles of textbooks.
That's admirable. I can tell you were dedicated.
Thing is, I'd buy just as much manga. That, slowed me down a little. Still, ask me anything about manga from that period. I'm an expert.
I suppose that's another kind of dedication. All right.
Bingo.
I've really gotten to know them.
I'm a sushi place. Conveyor belt sushi is pretty good once in a while.
What's your favorite sushi, Sunny?
It depends, but usually salmon. Like, it's not particularly oily, and it's even a little sweet.
Salmon's a solid choice. What would be your second favorite?
Seared salmon.
Not sure that counts as different. Things are going well.
Got our
Our
own
bond's
bingo.
getting deeper. Namba, would you say you're a strong drinker?
Nah, probably not. My face doesn't go red, so some people assume I am. But I do get sleepy. That's a problem on the train back.
How so?
Half the time, I'd pass out and wake up at the last station. Back in the day, I just gave in and bought an unlimited pass.
I guess there's wisdom in that. All right.
Oh, wow. This store's bestseller is actually a recipe book.
You cook it all, Sunhee?
Yeah, I do well enough for myself. But apparently, whatever I make always ends up really spicy. Each time I cook for my guys, every one of their faces ends up as red as a hot pepper.
Then why not ask Jungi to taste test it first?
Doesn't work. He always tries to spare my feelings by saying that it's good.
Right. So while trying to be thoughtful towards you, he dooms everyone else. In that case, why don't I give it a shot? But I won't hold back on my opinion.
Kiryu-san tasting my cooking. Almost sounds like we're dating for real.
Sorry. Real what?
It was nothing. I just realized that I need to grab this bestseller and hurry home.
Things are going well.
Love how everybody just has the hots or a crush for Kiryu.
Hey, Kiryu-san, mind if I grab some drinks here?
Nah, no problem. What's all that in your wallet? Don't tell me. Is that a stack of 10K notes?
Are you kidding? Nah, these are all receipts. I saved them to file in my household accounts book.
Good for you. It takes diligence to manage money like that.
Yeah, you're right. That's why they're all still in here and not filed. My accounts book is as blank as when I bought the damn thing.
Well, at least you still have the receipt for it. All right.
Okay. Then around this way.
I'm fine. Running around town like this together is a great way to make up for my lack of exercise.
You don't usually exercise, Sunhee?
Well, I keep up with training so that I don't get rusty, of course. But as the head of an organization, I spend a lot of time sitting in meetings or at a desk.
Seems even the leader of Komijul can't escape desk work.
That's exactly why I try to find moments to exercise during everyday activities. Taking advantage of those early morning radio exercises fosters a nice, disciplined life.
That is very disciplined. Good on you for waking up so early.
Well, when I sleep in, I just use a recording and work out in the afternoon.
What about that is disciplined? Things are going well.
Kiryu-san, I bet you'd make a good teacher.
Really?
You'd have a delinquent student who'd end up kidnapped. You'd find the warehouse he was held in, kick ass to rescue him. Oh yeah, that's you to a T.
So what you really mean is I'd make a good teacher in a teen drama. All right.
Bingo.
I've really gotten to know them.
Only got a few left for Namba.
I'd like to board a train with no destination someday. Go where it takes me.
That might be fun. Want to try it?
Oh, you're in? Sure. Where should we go?
Wait, I thought the point was to have no destination.
Ah, right. Of course. Maybe I'm just more comfortable with directions.
Nothing wrong with that. It's part of your character. Decide where you're going, and take your time getting everyone there.
Yeah, I can do that. One thing, though. You're coming with us, Kiryu-san.
Things are going well.
Hey.
Our bond's getting deeper.
Alright, destination's just up ahead. We'll do a fresh save.
Travel agency pamphlets. They make me feel like, traveling.
Have anywhere in mind?
Nowhere in particular. Just like to a big waterfall. I want to go somewhere powerful. Virile. 100-meter waterfall. Now that'd be something special.
Imagine bathing underneath a waterfall like that. 100-meter cascade, cleansing your mind of worldly desires.
I worry that might cleanse me of life itself.
All right.
Another double bingo.
I've really gotten to know them.
Oh yeah. I heard this from Jungi Han the other day. You use those windmills over in Komijul to power your washing machine, right? You guys still into that?
Oh, you mean wind energy? Of course. We look into that just about every day. The new fan's performance has been optimized to catch even the tiniest breeze.
Wow. Then that means...
That's right. We've got spin cycle and everything. The goal is to generate stable power, but it's hard to do so with renewable energy.
Probably be a while before you can get the dryer running, huh?
Well, I could always
Not
strap you
anything
to a bicycle. I'm sure that'd do the trick.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, what do you do on your days off?
Curious? Well, actually, it feels like I'm always on the clock, but lately, when I can find the time, I've been watching martial arts matches. There's so much to learn while watching, like how to move your body and whatnot.
It's impressive that you've been putting all that knowledge to work.
It's just a hobby. Have you ever seen those pro wrestlers pull off their moves? It gives me chills. It's pretty addictive to watch.
Pro wrestling, huh? Back in the day, I dabbled in that while trying to entertain the kids. I fought a match as a masked wrestler called Dragon Mask. That really takes me back.
No kidding. Wait, did you just say Dragon Mask?
Things are going well.
I always order the same thing when I eat out. If I had to guess, I'd say I'm worried I'll make a wrong choice.
Understandable. But it's good to challenge yourself. I felt the urge to try something new recently. So I ordered something called Chef's Creative Caprice.
Oh, impressive, Kiryu-san. Sounds funky. How was it?
It was so terrible I couldn't stop shaking for an hour. Won't go back.
So, in other words, I was right to be afraid.
All right. Our bond's getting deeper.
Yep, only one more for Namba. Yeah, let's just do
All right, here goes. Just watch. I'll send him flying. Yeah. Yes. Shit. Yeah. Yes. Shit. Shit.
There we go.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I mean, not bad for my first try. And
Mighty fine swing you got there, Kiryu-san. Real nice batting. How you holding up so far?
I'm good. Refreshed, actually. Feels like a lot of that stress is gone. You were right, Sun-Hee. Maybe this was all I needed.
You're kidding, right? No way you're satisfied with just that. Besides, we're only on our first stop here.
Right. And what's more, you're actually looking healthier by the minute. Whatever the reason is, it's great to see.
So, what's next on our agenda?
Good question. Why don't we grab a bite first and then think about it?
Yeah, good idea. What are you in the mood for?
Well, we could always eat and do karaoke. Rumor says the Dragon of Dojima is also a master of the mic. But I guess seeing is believing in the end.
Now I wonder where you heard that. It's been ages since I've had a real audience. Anyway, if seeing is believing, maybe I should show you how it's done.
I would love that.
What's up?
Kiryu-san, you ever thought of making a bucket list?
Bucket list? Can't say I have.
Well, with the way things are right now, I think you might want to consider it. I mean, you could be spending your final hours writing down your thoughts or divvying up your stuff. But that's not the point.
All right. And what are you getting at? I need to take things more seriously?
The opposite, actually. I think it'd be best to leave things on the happiest note possible. And to do that, a memo of how to use your time wisely might help.
Sounds nice enough, but wouldn't a will be more useful in the end?
No, that's the beauty of the whole thing. Unlike a bucket list, when you're writing a will, the reason you buckle down and do it is to tie up any loose ends before you go.
Right, I get that.
But with a bucket list, the focus is on the present. What am I doing now? Not what happens after I'm gone. That's what makes a bucket list so different. As you think back over the years, a lot of things will pop into your head. Missed opportunities, forgotten plans, hidden desires. So you make a list of what you want to do. And then you put yourself out there and do it.
I think I get the picture. It's like putting your heart's desires on paper to help you reach catharsis.
That's exactly what it is. Now, Kiryu-san, I think you ought to take Sun-Hee's advice. You really should be spending more time on yourself. Especially if you don't know how long you've got left. If you don't want to go through any treatment, I respect that. It's your body, you do what you want with it. But if you don't want to spend your last days in abject misery, I suggest you start making a better environment for yourself.
Nanba?
You look so much more alive right now. And all it took was working up a good sweat. You might not want to hear this, but you don't have to hold yourself back. I'm sure there's a ton of things you'd rather be doing. Fun things. To put those thoughts into words and then into action, it's never a waste of time. In fact, I think it's the best way to help you reach your best condition. Heck, as a former nurse, I guarantee it.
All right. Maybe that is what's best. And with how you put it, the bucket list doesn't sound so bad. Just make sure you help me see it through, since you're the one roping me into it.
Oh, you bet I will. Then how about we get started?
That's about all I can think of for now.
Hey, looking good. You got quite a bit on there. Let's see. Sing my heart out at karaoke. Right on, right on. Drink all the best alcohol there is. Yeah. I'm gonna say you probably shouldn't do that. Stuff myself with tamago at Sushi Gin. Oh, a tough guy like you loves egg, huh?
I know it might seem crazy coming from me, but for once I want to eat what I want, without looking over my shoulder.
Well said, Kiryu-san. That's what this is about. Things you always wished you'd done different, or never got to try in the first place. Everything and anything that comes to mind, now's your chance to do it. Let's see what else you got here. Try out what's popular with the kids, starting with sweets.
That's cute.
I thought you said whatever comes to mind.
Sorry, it's just that last bit caught me a little off guard.
Yeah, I shouldn't be laughing. I really wasn't trying to make fun of you. In fact, that kind of got my heart pumping.
You sure about that?
Listen, this really is good, though. I knew it'd be worth a shot. Let's say we get more people, add to the fun. Oh, and I know just the gal we need.
Yeah?
Kiryu-san, how would you like to visit a cabaret club? I didn't see that anywhere on your list. You not like them or something?
There's a lot you don't know about me. I was just about to write that down.
Then it's settled. Hey, Sonny, you okay to go?
You do know women look at other women too. I'd be there in a heartbeat.
All right, then let's get over there.
You seem preoccupied.
Here.
Hey, I'm in good shape.
Sometimes nostalgic sights can reignite memories of the past. The more Kiryu happens to see and remember, the further he awakens. Please check the map to see locations of nostalgic sites.
Okay.
Cannot take taxis to Kamurocho. There are plenty of memories to be found there, so keep an eye out for the old house.
もしもしあ、パパ、久しぶり。
Feels like just yesterday.
Good evening. Party of three?
Yeah.
Anyone you're here to see?
Sachan, I mean, Saiko-san, please.
Right away, sir. My apologies. You have guests at table 3.
All right, folks. That's my cue. Kiryu-san? This is certainly a surprise. I see. So Kiryu-san's going through cancer.
Yeah, believe me, I was shocked when I heard the news too. But right now we're focused on finding ways to move through it together.
Got it. So that's why you're doing a bucket list.
Yeah. And with any luck, he's gonna check off everything on it. Sunhee and I are helping him as best we can.
Gosh, just hearing that is getting me all fired up.
I knew you were our go-to gal, Sachan. I wasn't sure if just the two of us could pull it off. Thought we might need an extra hand.
Aha! And that's where I come in?
You bet it is. I take it you'll join us?
As if I'd pass on that. Besides, you wouldn't stand a chance without me. So sit back and enjoy the ride, Kiryu-san. I'll get you wherever you need to go.
Won't I be a burden on you?
Oh, please, that's the last thing you'd be. We've teamed up before, and we can do it again. Not to mention, your party could use a little feminine balance, no?
Huh. What a curious thing to say. Then, if we're so lacking in that department, I'd love to see what you bring to the table.
Fine by me. I was looking for a challenge anyway.
Hey, what's the deal with those two?
They're enjoying a little bonding time, is all.
Well, with that being said, I'm looking forward to tonight, Kiryu-san.
Yay, 4th party member.
All right, we got Sachan on board. Now, as Kiryu-san himself requested, let's go do some karaoke on the double.
You know, I was a little surprised. I thought you might push harder for Kiryu-san to get treated, especially considering your background and all.
To be honest, I wish I could. But it's like talking to a brick wall. It's this Kiryu-san, remember? You can't talk him into anything he doesn't want to do. But, Doctor said something that stuck with me. That a friend could change his mind down the road. So I figured I'd switch my approach. We'll have Kiryu-san try to enjoy every last moment to the fullest. Eventually he'll think, man, isn't it great to be alive? And after that...
After that, he'll change his mind and want to live?
That's the plan. I need to let Sachan in on it too, so we'll all know what this bucket list is there for. You'll help too, won't you? I'm not letting him go out without a fight.
Yeah, right there with you.
Oh, this place gives you bonus points if you use contactless payments.
Contactless? I've heard of that, but I don't know too much about it.
You put money into a smartphone app and pay through that. You can do all your shopping with just your phone, and you usually get points, so it's pretty handy. The only problem is not every store takes the same type. So I've loaded up 8 different brands to be safe.
Huh. You sure handy's the right word? All right.
I really need to make a reservation at the salon soon, but...
What's wrong? You don't want to go?
No, it's not that. It's just that it's so expensive. My hair's starting to curl up again, and straightening costs a fortune.
Straightening? I didn't think you had curls, Psycho.
I do, and getting ready in the morning's really starting to drag. Your hair's pretty straight, Kiryu-san. Ever thought about getting a perm?
A perm? Well, maybe if the occasion called for it.
Really? I would love to see your hair blown up like that.
I think I've had enough explosions in my life. Things are going well.
Oh, hey, the Vintage Theater closed down.
I know. I was pretty fond of it. They really knew their stuff.
Yeah, I would go there too. That's too bad. Their 3-month-long Sharks on Screen extravaganza challenge was great.
Must have been some challenge.
You're telling me there's enough shark movies to last 3 months?
Sure are. I'd never joke about sharks.
Huh. Noted.
Must be hard to sift through all of them. Any recommendations?
A more recent one's got evil Martian sharks battling Earth sharks in New York. Classic setup, but really enjoyable nonetheless.
Define classic.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff out there now.
Yeah, maybe too much.
A new one just premiered where the sharks were actually in the water. The audience went nuts.
Define shark.
Yeah, no kidding.
I remember this.
Nothing beats fresh baked bread. That said, I've been buying it less and less these days.
Did you get bored, you think?
Oh, no. It's just that I recently got myself a bread maker, so I've been really into that instead.
A bread maker? So you've been baking your own?
The newest ones are pretty amazing. They knead, ferment, and bake all on their own. You can even adjust the fermentation time to change the texture of the bread.
Oh, okay.
And by tuning the temperature, you can change up how soft you want your crust. Oh, there's a great deal on it right now, too, and it even comes with a cashback.
Have you ever thought about writing commercials?
Huh?
All right.
Ooh, an arcade. Oh, I haven't been to one in forever.
What kind of games do you usually play, Psycho?
Well, typically fighting games. The girls and regulars at the club love them. I started playing just to be social, but I ended up getting super into it.
So if it was a social thing, did you ever let people win?
Nope, I'd wipe the floor with them. I hate losing on purpose.
And that's social? Things are going well. Never knew there was a club here. Takes me back.
Were you ever much of a dancer, Kiryu-san?
Maybe a little. What about you, Psycho? You dance?
No. The only dancing I've ever done is at school during PE. I don't think I've ever danced at these kinds of places.
That right. Well, you're pretty athletic. I'm sure you could disco if you really wanted.
Disco? Wait, Kiryu-san, how long has it been since you last danced?
Huh? All right.
Convenience stores always have that great oden soup smell.
What would you say is your favorite part?
Ooh, well, there's shirataki noodles, eggs, beef tendon. I mean, it's all great, but I've really enjoyed cabbage rolls lately.
Huh, cabbage rolls. They put those in the soup now?
Yeah, the meat goes perfect with the oden broth. It's the best.
That does sound good. Daikon radish was the standard in my day, since it soaked up all the soup. Maybe soaked up cabbage will become the new favorite. Things are going well.
Hey, Hamako-san.
Well, if it isn't Sayako. How's business? Raking in the cash, hon?
My club's doing okay. What about your place?
Now, if you're doing okay, then we must be more or less the same. Yeah, not much to do during slow hours, you know. Anyway, I see you brought an unfamiliar face with you.
I've only recently arrived in town. My name is Taichi Suzuki.
Come on now. What's with the fake name?
Huh? What fake name?
Don't play dumb with me. That awkward introduction of yours made it so obvious.
Was it really that awkward?
Maybe it's better if we just cut the bullshit with her.
Oh, I see how it is. Everyone's already in the know about your alias. Fine then, I'll play along. Tai Chi Suzuki-san, was it?
I guess there's no fooling you, Hamako-san.
Don't take it too hard, sweetheart. Stay in business long enough in this town and you'll end up just like me.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing.
This is Hamako-san. She's been in Ijincho longer than I have. She's like the underboss of this town. Or perhaps more aptly, a ghost haunting it.
So what's the story? You girls dump Ichiban for a new man?
Suzuki-san here helped me and Kasuga out of a bind. He's even more notorious than I am in the underground. Careful not to show disrespect, lest you embarrass yourself.
Enough of that. Keep up that talk and I'd be the one disrespecting Hamako-san.
Oh, looks like we have a real gentleman here. You treat all the ladies this way? And how do you know Ichiban?
How should I put this? The two of us used to work for the same company. Although we never met back then.
Ichiban really respects Suzuki-san. Oh, right, the two of them were in Hawaii until recently, too.
Huh. You guys must be real close if you went on vacation together. All right then, Suzuki-san. Why don't you stay a while? Have some tea with me.
Just you and me?
What? I'm not gonna eat you up or anything. Oh, are you too busy to have one cup of tea with an old hag like me?
All right. Let's have that cup of tea.
Now we're talking. Head on upstairs. I'll get everything ready.
Is this your shop?
Sure is. On the outside, we're an eating house. Normally, you'd be serviced by some girls. But if you're looking for that kind of special treatment, come back another time. Of course, I'll have to charge you for that.
No, I'm fine.
We're what society would call a shady business. Remember that politician, Ryo Aoki? A few years back, he came to Ijincho. He made this bold claim that Bleach Japan, the MPO, would build shelters. Said that girls who work in places like this, and their families, could live there free of charge and get job training. Sounded like a brilliant idea. Now that's real philanthropy, I thought. He even told me I could be the dorm mother. So I was near ready to sell this place off.
Why is this place still standing?
Because that shelter was a bald-faced lie. Ryo Aoki's true objective was to gain popularity and gather votes by wiping out the gray zones and everyone in it. I made my girls go to a shelter, but it ended up being a mousetrap. Lion's Lair, actually. Yeah, they were all arrested and deported. The ones working here now are all new. The kind of girls who come work for me don't even have family back home. That's why they stay here in Ijincho. I was duped all because I was careless. Now I have no idea how any of those poor souls are doing.
I see. Sorry to hear it. But it sounds like you had no way of knowing that happened.
But the thing is, I should have known. Ichiban and them saw right through Ryo Aoki. They even had their suspicions about the shelter. Now they tried to warn me, but I still went and got myself fooled. I even yelled at Ichiban, telling him not to doubt Aoki's good intentions.
You're not the one at fault, Hamako-san. It's Ryo Aoki.
I know that, sure, but... Never got to apologize to Ichiban for yelling at him. Now it's been years since, so I completely botched the timing. And knowing him, he might not even remember that one minor detail. So I wondered, Maybe I don't need to apologize. I never stopped wondering since.
Is that why you decided to confide in me? So I could be your messenger?
Come on. I'm not that shameless. Nah, I just wanted someone to hear me out, I guess. But there's no way I could tell Namba or Sayako. Nah, I don't need them seeing me weak and vulnerable.
And you thought I'd be a good confidant?
Well, Ichiban respects you, doesn't he? And you were with him until recently. Anyway, did he say anything about me while you two were off in Hawaii?
Maybe he did mention something, but I just don't recall. Sorry.
Gotcha.
I don't think I'll be much help to you, unfortunately.
Sorry for taking up your time on my petty little issues. I feel bad.
Don't worry about it. We all have those nagging doubts in our heads. You're not alone on that. Even if you want to forget, you can't. Because you never got the closure you needed.
Closure. When you get to be my age, you're always gonna have unfinished business.
Right, I feel the same way. But recently, some things came up in my life that got me thinking. Tying up all those loose ends made me realize that. You ought to live and let live. Find joy in the bonds we forge. But it takes work to maintain those relationships. If you feel like you've wronged someone, then you need to make things right. Especially with Kasuga. He's far too used to being overlooked. If you consider him a friend, I hope you can show him that you won't disregard his feelings.
Of course I won't. After all, that man once called me one of his allies.
Good.
Think I get why you've got Sayako and Sun Hee waiting on you hand and foot.
They're doing what? Did you really have to put it that way?
Well, at any rate, I do feel better after talking to you, Suzuki-san. Now I'm actually looking forward to the next time I see Ichiban.
That's so. Glad to hear. Also, the tea was delicious. I should get going now.
Now don't tell Saiko or anyone about this. You hear? After all, I'm supposed to be some hardened old ghost. So I can't have them think I've gone soft.
Don't worry, I can keep a secret. Thanks for the tea. And take care.
Taichi Suzuki, was it? Whoever he was, he must be a great man.
And with that, have an alohappy time!